Good evening, everyone. This is Professor Chisholm, and this is week 10. Wow, week 10 already. Okay, so what are we doing this week? We are doing Adobe XD. And yes, there are some challenges for this week, and that is with this downloading these templates, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what's needed. Now, you're going to go ahead and start working through these Adobe XD videos, A, B, C, and D. Now, I'm going to make an executive decision. Yes, you can not download the iOS 10, actually it's 13 now, as I put in the hands in the air exercise. You can download it, but you have to have 7-zip in order to extract the DMG file. Okay, so what I would tell you to do is let's disregard the iOS 13 file and work with the Google material and the wireframe one. And because if you're window based, okay, those of you that are Mac based and you can open that, great. Think of it as extra credit, okay, extra experience, okay. But I'm hearing too many people are having issues. I'm going to make sure I will talk to the director and also talk to him about these UI kits also, so that this doesn't become another issue for the next class. I thought we had it resolved, but I guess we don't. But I think that's partly from Apple development standpoint. They're making it more challenging. So we need to make a decision here. So, because not everyone has a Mac. I have both, but not everyone even has both. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. So disregard the iOS. If you have it, great. If you don't, I don't want you guys stressing out about it. Now, this week, as we've done at the first week of learning a new software program, you have your basic, XD stuff that you have to go through. But really what you need to be looking at is this InDesign assignment. Okay, so you're going to take your Photoshop image and you're going to take your Illustrator image and you're going to now create this layout here in InDesign, incorporating those two things. Now, you have to do it in two ways. You have two layouts that you can do it. You can do this front one, top one, where the title goes over both pages, or you can do this 2-page spread here where the title is on one page and then you have your images. Yes, you have a chart, and yes, the challenge here is to try to get it all to fit in here. Do the best you can, just make a decision. There is some artistic license here, but the bottom line is whichever one that you're going to go for, you need to match up the layout to what you're doing. Okay, so this is where the challenge is. Now, how you put your images, that's up to you. But clearly, with anywhere there's an X is where the image is. So there's one image here and there's one here. Now, don't forget, you have to have a chart. You cannot exclude the chart. You have to have a pull quote here. So this is 3-columned. Both of these are 3 columns. So think of this as 3 columns for your copy text, okay? Now, just as I said, just make it look right. You're not going to probably get all the copy text in there. Fit it based, to the best of your ability to make this look like a good, clean presentation. Now, this here is this is your image with your name here. That's what that is. So that's the author's image, right? So this first one, the title goes across both pages. Now, when you give this, you're supposed to save this as a PDF. Make sure that the pages are next to each other so that we can actually see how the spread is, okay? So you're going to have to figure out how you're going to do that, okay? But so I need to see the spread as we would see it in a magazine, and yes, you can do that. All right, so the first one, the title goes across the top. You determine which, if the Photoshop image is on the first page and the second image is in that smaller box, you have this chart right here, and then of course you have a 3-column spread, for your copy text, and your image is going here and you have your chart here. This is a bar. Yes, this is a graphical bar that you're going to put here. All right, now you can do some additional embellishments if you want to do drop cap. That's okay. I'm okay with this. Now this is text right here, could be italicized, so you can look at what you want to do here also. And again, these could be the headings, the titles for the I know that some of the paragraphs have titles. That's what those are. That's the heading right there. Okay. This one, you have a pull quote in this. And again, you have the elements. You've got the bar at the top and the bottom, just sort of a design and embellishment. And then, do the best you can, and then make this also work here. So this is, it's a box. It's a filled box, but you can play with transparency. Again, make it look aesthetically pleasing. Make sure the gutters, you have, clean gutters, clean margins, right? That's what we're looking at, making sure that everything is within the print zone, so you have to have a bleed on this, right? So you have a choice, A or B, in terms of layout. And then everything else is provided for you. You have the copy text here. Just do the best taking it and taking it and making it work for you. So this is where you're going to do the toggle assignment, okay? And that's where this time tracking discussion board is here in this one. It used to be in week 9, but it's meant for week 10 for this InDesign project. So you need to see how long it's going to actually take you to start putting this 2-page spread together in InDesign. This way, okay, I know it could take hours, but as you get more proficient, it's going to become faster. But this is going to be, it's a great tool. You need to start playing with it so that you can actually then give the quotes that you need to accordingly when you start working in the field. And especially if you're going to freelance, this is really valuable tool for yourself. A lot of times I will do, I have 25 years experience. Some of these projects are so easy. I usually just give a set fee because I know how long it's going to take me, and I'll just, put a fee on it. I'll just say, typically I'll do a business card for like $150. Sometimes, depending on the complexity of the logo design, I can do $150 for a logo design. All depends. Business cards are pretty easy peasy, at least in my world. So, all right. Okay, guys, so that is everything that's needed. I know some of you have already reached out to me about this Apple iOS. Like I said, I'm making a little executive decision. I will... and the bottom line is sometimes we're going to run into this. This is a great learning experience because we have to be able to Google and find out how we're fixing this, So I did do a Google search, though, Alyssa, I did find it first, but then I just followed up on it and then confirmed and verified how everything works, and it does. So, but Google is your friend, and a lot of times you're going to find out if you type in having problems with this, there are other people that are having the same problem, and you can get actual input in terms of how to fix things. So great troubleshooting. We have to constantly be troubleshooting and paying attention to these things. So, all right. So persevere, guys. Have patience. That's the other thing that we have to have is having patience, right? So just do the best that you can. If you need any assistance, please let me know. As always, have a productive week and do great things.